Good morning. You know, this is big news for people with high cholesterol who are on statins but have still not been able to lower their bad cholesterol enough. This new class of drugs, it works in an entirely different way. And the new studies show it can lower bad cholesterol in these people an additional 60%. That's huge. But the drug isn't for everyone. It needs to be given by injection every 2 to 4 weeks, and almost 30% of the people in the study had to drop out. Bigger studies are being done now to determine whether these drugs truly reduce the risk of heart attack and stroke, which is really what we're after, and whether they're safe. However, we've been talking to cardiologists all weekend. They're very excited about these drugs, and the FDA is expected to rule on an application for approval later this year.
Il y a ceux qui veulent.
Forgot your key? Yeah.
Hace poco ha cambiado el dormitorio del campus por un tranquilo apartamento.
Prefirió alejarse de las juergas estudiantiles.
The DNA profile of the hair recovered from the green blanket matched the DNA profile of Peter Williams. Based on your Appian's investigation, information that your Appian has received and the DNA profile results which were received from Mitotyping Technologies matching the recovered hair from the green blanket wrapped around the victim and the DNA profile of Peter Williams, I'm requesting an arrest warrant be issued for the suspect, Peter Williams.
You don't do that too. A couple of mistakes.
The popular young rock singer Jimi Hendrix died today in London. They've already made 3 records that sold over 1 million copies each.
Luego de Canal 9 en inglés.
Cameras are rolling on every word and movement of the West Memphis murder trials as reporters scurry to get the story. But as Deirdre Kuhn reports, the crew behind one camera isn't chasing the story. They're creating a comment on society.
This is the scene in the Corning courthouse. The defense, the prosecution, and this film crew getting ready for the day ahead. These New York filmmakers spent the last 8 months getting to intimately know the people involved in the case.
The filmmakers are considering calling the documentary Paradise Lost. They expect it to air on HBO in about a year.
Is it fair to say that following the HBO documentaries, the Paradise Lost documentaries, there became sort of a public, let me finish my question, I'm sorry, there became sort of a public debate or controversy about whether the West Memphis Three had been wrongfully convicted.
Yes.
And that public controversy, and I understand your position that it was caused by the documentaries, but that public controversy really did expand to be a national controversy.
Right, just almost a cause.
West Memphis investigators continue to track down leads in the case, but they still have no suspects.
We've got 30,000 people in West Memphis, and as far as I'm concerned, everybody's a suspect.
Instead of letting their kids walk home from school, parents started picking them up.
And in this middle-class neighborhood, people wonder why no one has been arrested for the murders.
The reward for information leading to the conviction of the killer or killers has skyrocketed and is now at $25,000.
El presidente Bush acaba de aterrizar en Nueva York y en breve se dirigirá a la zona cero para ser testigo de la muerte y la destrucción causada por los ataques terroristas del martes pasado.
Cambiando al inglés.
El mundo recordará toda la alegría, la bondad que le trajo a todo nuestro vecindario y en la magia de sus películas. Para mí no habrá 2 Robin Williams, solo habrá uno, sí.
He made an enormous amount of people feel a little less alone, and that's most important. And that's, you know, his memory is one that I have yet to meet people that didn't find it overwhelmingly positive. So I'll just try and focus on that.
These people were chopped up. It's just a savage way to die. You felt they really pissed somebody off.
We begin with breaking news. Rodney King, the man whose beating by police then led to 1992 riots in Los Angeles, has died.
Police say that the cause of death is believed to be drowning.
I'm scared, real scared. I was right, I'm not dead.
When police officers began beating the man with nightsticks.
Can we all get along?
Sin embargo, él quería lo mejor para todos y lo extraño mucho.
I just want to thank you, Dad. Like, I'm proud. I don't care what the media said about you. I don't care what anybody said. I'm proud.
Tenía muchas razones para culpar a todos los demás, pero finalmente asumió parte de la responsabilidad y tomó una dirección positiva.
He was the one that turned the tide and tried to call the country to a better place.
I couldn't thank him for a better family. Thank you, Dad. I love you.
Si Rodney...
Hollywood is mourning the death of one of its own. 32-year-old actress Brittany Murphy died Sunday morning after paramedics were called to her Los Angeles home.
Right now, we don't have any evidence that she was on drugs, but there's a lot of speculation about it.
She's been transported to our office. We'll be conducting an autopsy.
Lo más fácil.
Forgot your key?
Yeah.
Hace poco ha cambiado el dormitorio del campus por un tranquilo apartamento.
Prefirió alejarse de las juergas.
I will be back in like an hour. Have fun. Bye. Bye.
Tiffany le dijo a su compañera que salía.
Hello? Hi, Mrs. Sessions? She said she was going to go for a power walk and then she was going to come back in an hour and help me study.
Cuando recibí esa llamada,
Somebody wanted this guy dead.
I was scared for him. I was very scared for him.
Someone was researching death. Pero es...
Oh, are you kidding? You found a bullet that had been fired in 1989?
I have never, ever failed a drug test. Before, during, and after the Olympics, over 160 drug tests. I have never failed a test.
For the record, have you ever used human growth hormone or any other performance-enhancing substance?
No.
I'm just trying to make sure your testimony is clear.
How many times have we said?
So never taking drugs. How clear is that?
Extraordinary accusations must be followed up with extraordinary proof.
Cuando le detuvimos en Tucson, le miré y no me dijo mucho. No me dijo que no era culpable. Lo que sí dijo después fue, cuando le leíamos la causa probable de su detención y vio el pelo, se quedó impactado. Se dio cuenta de que le habíamos descubierto.
The DNA profile of the hair recovered from the green blanket matched the DNA profile of Peter Williams. Based on your affiant's investigation, information that your affiant has received and the DNA profile results which were received from mitotyping technologies matching the recovered hair from the green blanket wrapped around the victim and the DNA profile of Peter Williams, I am requesting an arrest warrant be issued for the suspect, Peter Williams.
You do what you gotta do. Huh? A couple of mistakes.
Off.
A couple of mistakes.
Hello, Sam.
Mike contact.
Mike identificar a la víctima.
You know this girl? I'm not sure. I've never seen her. You recognize those numbers? I'm certain those are locker combinations. We just issued those last week for the upcoming school year.
En pocas horas la... Portes.
She was at the party. That was just up the street a couple. And you saw her there?
Yes, we did.
Fue una...
What's up? How's it going, man? How you guys? Good, man.
How are you?
This is Mary.
What's going on?
How you doing?
Good.
All right. Hey, I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
Sobre las 11, pero de la lista.
How come you left the party?
Yeah, I don't know. We just went to another friend's house for a little bit, and
So what time did you get back to the party?
12:30.
La firma.
Thanks, guys. We'll be in touch.
We just got a few questions for you about where you were on the night of the 10th. Sit down right here. So, Patrick, we know that you're friends with Mary Quigley. Is that correct? Yeah.
You talked to her?
Yeah. Where did you get the scratches on? Side of your face and your knuckles?
You had to hit someone a couple times there.
I got in a fight nights ago. Nights after, not on the 10th.
Who'd you fight with?
This fellow student or guy. I was defending myself.
You've got some real defensive wounds, like someone pushing away like a girl was being overpowered, and she
Whoa, 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 whoa. That is absolutely, don't throw those accusations around.
Those are the type of wounds that you have.
Our role in life seems to be just to consume things with credit, to borrow money to buy things we don't need. What?
So if the consumer does not purchase, the economy is not going to grow.
Planned obsolescence. The desire on the part of a consumer to own something a little newer, a little sooner than is necessary.
En este documento was back to the drawing board and come out with something that was more fragile.
They time those things. They time them. So when you finally paid for them, they're used up.
Posterity will never forgive us. Posterity will suddenly find out about the throwaway lifestyles of people in the advanced countries.
Welcome to Livermore, California, home of the longest burning light bulb in the world. My name's Lynn Owens, and I am chairman of the Light Bulb Committee. It was in 1972 when we discovered that the light bulb that was hanging in the fire station was a significant light bulb.
I think we were hoping if we would get 200 people, we'd be happy, and we ended up with 800 or 900 people showing up. You think anybody would sing happy birthday to a light bulb? Well, we didn't think they would, but they did.
The origin of the bulb was, it was produced in a town called Shelby, Ohio, back around 1895, and put together by some very interesting ladies that I have some pictures of, and some gentlemen that invested in the company. The filament was invented by Adolphe Chalet. He invented his filament to last. Why does his filament last? I don't know. It's a secret that he made, and it died with him.
Propagándose, los expertos en salud, casi como detectives, se hunden en los archivos buscando pistas sobre cómo pudo suceder el brote y, lo que es más importante, cómo se puede detener.
Way back in history, even back to biblical times, as human civilization progressed and cities developed, you had people coming together at high density, you had them bringing their animals with them, and those animals brought diseases with them.
Attention to all viewers, this next scene is a video uploaded by Nat George France. That's right. Uploaded by National Geographic themselves from France. Roll the tape. And, action.
Nevermind was a massive hit.
Nirvana smells like Teen Spirit. Nirvana.
You are the epicenter.
Nirvana is now retreating from doing interviews. Whether it's a reaction to Too Much Too Soon, the band would rather their music speak for itself and be knighted as spokesman for a generation.
Ugh. Those French subtitled skits are bad that I can't learn French. Anyways, we're back to normal.
We need to make sure Floridians are well positioned to adapt to those climate changes.
El presidente Bush acaba de aterrizar en Nueva York y en breve se dirigirá a la zona cero para ser testigo de la muerte y la destrucción causada por los ataques terroristas del martes pasado.
Cambiando al inglés.
We headed down into the site itself. The site being the place where the Twin Towers had stood.
Me llamó un sargento de la cárcel. Me dijo, Cody, este tal Durst ha llamado a una tal Debra de Nueva York. Le ha dicho que está en Galveston, Texas, detenido por asesinato y que necesita $250,000. Ella ha dicho, sin problema, los tendrás mañana. Y pensé, ¿qué pasa aquí?
Cambiando al inglés.
The relief for Dan, Robert Durst's current wife.
December 2000.
Would that have been December 11, 2000?
Yes.
When did you first hear that Mr. Durst had rented an apartment in Galveston, Texas?
I heard that he rented an apartment in Galveston, Texas, certainly after October 9th, 2001.
Okay, and why are you so definite about that date?
Because that was the day he called me after he was arrested, and I never even heard of Galveston, Texas.
When he called you, where was he calling from?
Jail.
How long was it from the time that he was arrested until he got out of jail on bail?
24 hours.
Okay. When he got out, where did he go?
I'm in New York. He's in Galveston. He probably went to the bail bondsman's office first. And then he probably went home. Do I know? Was I there? I wasn't there.
Dimos una rueda de prensa a la que él asistió y donde volvió a contar la historia que ya conocía la policía.
She came in the morning, she was out of face. She came at 7 o'clock in the morning. She went straight up to bed and I got the kids up then, opened the presents up. She showed no kind of interest in the kids on Christmas Day. We'd had trouble in our relationship and we decided to separate before Christmas. But we were going to stay together through Christmas. I thought I was going to leave after New Year, but she's up and left before then.
We begin with breaking news. Rodney King, the man whose beating by police then led to 1992 riots in Los Angeles, has died.
Police say that the cause of death is believed to be drowning.
Scared, real scared. I was glad I'm not dead.
When the police officers began beating the man with nightsticks.
Can we all get along?
In Southern California, another explosive case involving white police officers and a black motorist.
And an amateur cameraman recorded it all.
No apparent reason for the police to attack the suspect with boots and nightsticks.
And I was doing everything I could to keep him down on the ground.
Find the defendant not guilty of the crime of assault by force likely to produce great bodily injury and with a deadly weapon.
Good evening. Los Angeles is a city on edge tonight and under curfew as fires, looting, and street violence continue.
People, I just want to say, you know, can we all get along? Can we get along?
Salimos, podemos llevarnos todos muy bien.
It was sad news this weekend when we learned of the death of Rodney King.
La muerte de...
I just want to thank you, Dad. Like, I'm proud. I don't care what the media said about you. I don't care what anybody said. I'm proud.
He was the one that turned the tide and tried to call the country to a better place.
I couldn't thank him for a better family. Thank you, Dad. I love you.
Sí.
Presentaba cada producto como un vistazo al futuro y hacía que todo resultara atractivo. Fue un visionario, un jefe muy carismático y un excelente comunicador, pero también era autoritario, despiadado y megalómano.
Canal 22 en Inglestown. Disponible en televisión digital terrestre.
Steve Jobs envisions himself as one of the great cultural or political world leaders of our time.
There are a few special people in the world, the Shakespeares, the Newtons, a few of them. And he saw himself as one of them, the way he talked about it. And everybody else are just ants, and they are worthless, and they don't mean anything.
Como